I want to master every game from my childhood using Retroachievements, a site that adds achievements to retro games, and today's game is... Toy Story Racer was released on the PlayStation 1 in 2001, 6 whole years after the first film, and it also had a port on the Game Boy Color. Today, we are playing the PS1 version, and I say we because my best friend Matt is back to grab some more achievements for our co-op account, Ret Bros. This was one of his favourite games growing up, and I played it at friends' houses a bunch when I was a kid, and we both agreed it was finally time to tackle what we thought would be a super chill game. But nothing could prepare us for the absolute RNG hell we were about to go through, and we should have known, because with 126 achievements to unlock, it's time to dive in. At the main menu we can see 4 characters: Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Bo Peep, and RC. These are our starting characters, and there will be lots more to unlock as we progress through the game. The game progresses depending on the amount of toy soldiers we have collected, and there are a total of 200. We start with Woody, who has 1 challenge available. Each character has a ton of toy blocks which will unlock challenges depending on the amount of toy soldiers we have collected so far. Let's jump into the first challenge. A knockout race. For knockout races, we just have to stay ahead of everyone else in the race. At the bottom of the screen, we can see every other racer, and as we pass each lap, last place will get knocked out, which will turn them into a shadowless corpse of what they once were. Similar to Mario Kart, Toy Story Racer also has items to use, and I'll cover what each one does as we progress through the game. Around the time me and Matt started this game, it was leading up to Summer Game Fest, and I don't know if it's just me, but I've always thought that Jeff Keighley looks like Woody from Toy Story, which started a running joke of us calling him Jeff for the entire game. We beat Bo Peep at the end of the race to unlock the first achievement, Woody Challenge 1, for finishing each lap in first place in Shootout at the Attic Coral. Nice! We also got a couple more achievements: Woody 1 for completing our first level with Woody, and Soldier 1 for completing the first level and collecting the first soldier of the entire game. Up next is a Smash Challenge. In a Smash Challenge, we have our opponents at the bottom that we need to knock out using the items scattered around the battle arena. We have magic 8 balls that we can shoot forward, the Pixar ball that we can release backwards, which bounces around and can be a bitch to avoid, and small spinning tops that we can drop backwards that will hover around until they hit someone. At first I thought these Smash challenges were super fun, as they are a fun break from just racing all the time, but little did I know that these Smash challenges will become some of the hardest challenges on this YouTube channel so far, but more on that later. Moving on from Jeff for now, we take on RC's first challenge. It's a Smash Tournament challenge. In these tournaments, we have to have the most amount of knockouts by the end. Here, we get to see the other items in the game: rockets that we can shoot at other players, sheeps that we can place down to knock someone out, a big spinning top that will fire on a set path, kind of like a weird red shell, and the electroshock, the best item in the game, which can guarantee knockouts with a shock as long as you are close enough to the other racer. The colour of the item boxes matter as well. The yellow boxes have the Pixar ball and the Magic 8 ball, the blue boxes have the rockets and the big spinning tops, the pink boxes had the little spinning tops and the Bo Peep sheeps, and the red boxes had the electroshocks. The last important thing to note about these Smash challenges is that they are all free-for-alls, so the CPU can actually knock each other out as well. We won the tournament getting the achievement RC1 for finishing the first level with RC. The final item in the game can only be found in the races, and that's the speed boost. We wrapped up some more races and challenges with RC and moved on to Buzz Lightyear. Here we have our next achievement. Buzz has a race tournament challenge, which is 4 tracks to race on with 3 laps each, which is a pretty hefty challenge. At the end of each race, we get given points based on where we placed. We get 8 points for coming first, and for scoring a total of 28 points on Space Race Trophy, we pop the achievement Buzz Lightyear Challenge 1. We also got the achievement Buzz Lightyear 1 for finishing the first level. Let's grab another challenge achievement with Bo Peep. While playing this tournament, we get to race on some great tracks. We have Andy's House, which if any of you guys have played Toy Story 2, you will instantly recognise. Sid's Attic, a super small racetrack but super fun with the jumps. Sid's House, which includes going through all the vents within the house. And Andy's New House, which was featured for 30 seconds at the end of Toy Story 1 when it's Christmas, so it was a perfect excuse for a snowy map. Grabbing 31 points in Cheap Race Cup gets us the achievement Bo Peep Challenge 3. We also pop Bo Peep 1. This game has so many variations of challenges to keep it feeling fresh, and they have some great names, like Flirting Around the Skirting. Up next, we have a Smash Tag Challenge. Here we have to hit each CPU with an item to knock them out on the underground parking lot track. And after doing another knockout race with Bo Peep, we get the achievement Bo Peep 2 for completing 4 levels with Bo Bo Peep. Don't get me wrong, this set is super fun and challenging, but I do wish some of the achievement names were a bit better. There are survival races where you can knock each other out of the race with the items, and these can be hilarious. Matt was driving down into the vents here, and a Pixar ball started bouncing down the vent towards him, and we were both screaming in fear that he was going to get knocked out. After doing 4 challenges with Buzz, we popped the achievement Buzz Lightyear 2, and in this Smash challenge for knocking out the enemies with 40 or more seconds left, we can pop the achievement Buzz Lightyear Challenge 2. We then got a bunch of challenges done with RC and Woody, grabbing the achievements RC2, Woody 2, and Woody 3. And now we have 25 soldiers collected, so we also popped the achievement Soldier 2. Playing a few more challenges with RC gets us RC3, and now it's time to unlock a brand new character. It's Rex! And here's something fun. Up until now, only Matt has been playing the game, so all the gameplay that you've seen so far, which is super smooth, and the achievements that have been coming in super fast, has all been him. But just look at the difference when I was finally handed the controller. I was all over the place. I have no idea how he managed to make it look so easy. This was the first time I ever saw Etch-a-Sketch in the game, by the way. Actual proof that I suck balls at the game. This was a timed survival race, so you can get knocked out, and on my first attempt, I was in 3rd place, finally catching up. And then this Rex hit me with an electroshock, which took me out. But after some practice, I smashed the corpse of Bo Peep out of the way to make this sick bench jump, to finish the race and unlocking Rex to pop the achievement Rex. Unlocking Rex gave us even more challenges to take on, with Rex having 6 available right away. Winning the first race tournament gets us the achievement Rex 1. We have a reverse endurance challenge on the underground parking lot track. While racing through the backwards track, we have to finish 3 laps within the time limit. We then have a reverse knockout race on the mall track. And what's crazy about this one, the first film is being advertised at the mall. So, are the toys aware of the film that they star in? I have so many questions about this. After a few more challenges, we grab the achievement Rex 2. Up next, we have a collection challenge with Bo Peep. For these collection challenges, we need to collect 5 clones within the time limit. I'm telling you, the variety of challenges in this game is crazy. I then took on a tag challenge with Bo Peep. All I had to do was hit the other races to tag them, and as long as I hit all 4 of them, I would win the challenge. But look at this. The amount of times I missed Babyface was unreal. Matt was just sat laughing at me as I was screaming, trying to hit the little bitch. I swear the CPU knew exactly what I was doing. I would get close to it and it would turn around and race away. But after a bunch of struggling, I finally tagged Babyface. After some more smashing and racing, we popped the achievements Bo Peep 3, Buzz Lightyear 3, and Buzz Lightyear 4. Let's do another challenge achievement. Using RC on the pier track, we have to take on a reverse knockout race challenge. As long as we stay out of last place as we cross the finish line, we will avoid being knocked out. But by staying in first place for every single lap, we will pop the achievement RC Challenge 3 for finishing each lap in the first place in trouble at the pier. By doing one more challenge with Rex, we now have 50 soldiers, popping the achievement Soldier 3. It's almost time for a brand new character. Finishing up a few more challenges with Rex gets us Rex 3 for completing 8 levels with him, and now we can take on the challenge to unlock our next character, Hamm. This is a tag challenge using Jeff. There are 2 little piggies to chase down who are now going opposite ways around the mall. By staying on their tail and carefully sticking to the corners, we can easily catch up to Hamm number 1. It took a while to catch Hamm number 2, but by using the boosters around the track and not crashing into the walls, we tagged him, grabbing the achievement Hamm and unlocking him as a character.
Hamm here. I think it's me you want.
Before starting the Hamm challenges, we try out a brand new one with Woody. It's a target challenge. Within the time limit, we have to hit these 5 dartboards that are scattered around the track. Doing this got us Woody 4. We did some races, smash challenges, and collection challenges with some of the other characters to unlock RC4 and Bo Peep 4. We had finally caught up with challenges on all the other characters, so for now, let's start with Hamm. He now has 7 challenges available, and the first one is no joke. It's a race tournament challenge with all 11 tracks to race through with 1 lap each. This is the first time we get to see every track back to back, so I'm going to cover them all right now. We have Andy's new house. This is the snowy map and it's very bumpy with obstacles like a giant snowman shaped like Buzz Lightyear. We have the pier, super fun as you can take this shortcut to go flying down the stairs, but the start of this track can be a lot of hassle. The underground parking lot, which is a small map, but racing down the hills can be super fun. Pizza Planet outside, there are a lot of speed bumps here, so you have have to be careful, as they can either really help you or super mess you up if you're not careful. Skate Park, which is my absolute favourite track, and it's also a Smash Arena map in the game. It's one of my favourites because it gives me Tony Hawk vibes. We have the mall. Racing up and down the escalators is great, as well as seeing the bizarre advertising for the first film from earlier on. There's also one last thing I do enjoy about this track, and I'll show it off later on. Andy's house, iconic due to it being from Toy Story 2. Just racing on it reminded me of playing the demo on the old demo discs, and going through the vents up into the attic gave me so much nostalgia. Sid's attic, probably the smallest track in the game, but it can make for some intense races, and we also get to see Sid's dog, Scud. Sid's yard, I had a lot of practice on this one thanks to the Rex challenge, and I'm a massive fan of racing up the bench at the end towards the finish line. Sid's house, which gave me great memories of watching the first film, which I actually had on in the background while writing this script. And finally, Andy's neighborhood. A bit of a long and boring track, but it has this final corner that can sometimes make or break the entire challenge. Throughout this tournament, as long as we can score 88 points, we grab the achievement Hamm Challenge 3, and we also get the achievement Hamm 1. We quickly wrapped up some more levels with Hamm, grabbing Hamm 2 and Hamm 3, putting us even higher on our soldier count, unlocking the achievement Soldier 4 for having a total of 75 soldiers now. How about another iconic character? It's time to unlock Slinky the Dog. This is a reverse survival race challenge with so many Slinkies. Just watching the bottom of the screen had us terrified seeing all the Slinkies chasing us down. But by staying in first place, we won the race, finally unlocking Slinky as a playable character. Nice. The next challenge is a very small taste of the absolute RNG hell this game has to offer. For this Woody challenge, Wild Woody, we have a Smash tournament, a free-for-all Smash challenge with a bunch of CPUs that we have to knock out. Now, remember, these CPUs can also knock out each other. So, why does this become a problem? Well, after doing this challenge, Matt ended up with 21 knockouts, which is an absolute ball ache, as if he got 22 knockouts, he would have gotten an achievement. I need you guys to remember this, as later on, these Smash achievements become the worst achievements of the entire set. For now, we get the achievement Woody 5 for completing up to 16 levels with Woody. We have a similar challenge with RC. By knocking out 5 or more CPUs on the level You Will Be Bold, we pop the next achievement. Next, let's wrap up some easy achievements. Running through the next challenges, we get RC 5, Buzz Lightyear 5, Rex 4, and Slinky Dog 1. The first challenge achievement for Slinky Dog comes from the level Racing in a Lofty Place. By coming first in each lap, we grab the Slinky Dog Challenge 1 achievement. After some collection and endurance challenges, we pop Slinky 2 and Slinky 3. And now we have a chance to unlock everybody's favourite sarcastic potato, Mr. Potato Head. It's a tag challenge and oh my god, so many potatoes. I love these unlock challenges because they throw so many CPUs of the same character at you. 7 Mr. Potato Heads versus 1 Jeff Keighley. I think we all know who wins here. We hit the last spud, unlocking the achievement Mr. Potato Head. After finishing up a clown challenge with Hamm, we get Hamm 4 and Soldier 5. For now having 100 soldiers in the game, we are now halfway there. We are finally at the end of one of the characters' challenges. This is the final challenge for Peep. It's a super survival race challenge. For this one, we need to win the race and smash all of the other toys. It takes place in Sid's house with lots of baby faces, which is disturbing enough on its own. Straight away, one of the CPUs spawned with an electroshock and took out another CPU. A super scary start. A bunch of them picked up speed boost, which made for this moment where a dead baby face boosted across the room. We left the Vent of Doom, and luckily, because we were holding an item, when we got hit, it only got rid of the item and didn't damage us. This is the only kind of defense that you have in these races, and it also works for the Smash challenges. How we did not die here is beyond me. The electroshock is the most OP item, and this CPU did not take advantage of it. A sick magic 8-ball throw took out the second to last baby face, and now it's a race to the finish. We just need something to take this one out. We entered the third lap and managed to take it out with a sheep, and finished the race popping the achievement Peep 5. Alright, a character is now officially finished. Time to celebrate, right? Nope. There is one final thing that you can do after a character has been completed, and Matt let me do this for every single character. It's a friggin' slide puzzle. Out of everything to be a bonus, I did not expect a slide puzzle to be the final thing I would have to do here, and I suck at puzzles. The worst part of this one was the dress. I always had 3 or 4 parts together. I'm gonna give a time that it took me for every single slide puzzle in the game. This first one took me about 15 minutes to do, and after finishing it, we got the achievement Peep puzzle. We still have more characters to unlock, so after grabbing the achievement Rex 5 for finishing up 16 levels using Rex, we can now unlock Little Green Man. It's It's a smash tag challenge with Buzz Lightyear, very fitting for him to be tracking down the aliens. This was a fun challenge to do, and it was on Skate Park, my favourite track. Tagging the last alien got us the achievement Little Green Man, and now we can see him at the main menu.
Who are you, stranger?
Jumping back in with Woody, we can now go for the challenge achievement on the level Knockout Trophy. This was a knockout race tournament challenge. It's the second to last level we need to do with Woody. So at this point, both me and Matt were a lot better at the game, and by getting first place in each race, we popped the achievement Woody Challenge 3. Let's try out Mr. Potato Head's challenges next. And for those who might be wondering up until this point, there are no stats or differences as far as we can tell with any of the characters. Everyone pretty much plays exactly the same. Here we can go for a challenge achievement. We just need to earn 18 points in a race tournament to pop Mr. Potato Head Challenge 1. And straight after this, we also managed to grab the achievements Mr. Potato Head 1 and 2. After wrapping up some more levels, it's time to play as Little Green Man for the first time. We easily grab the achievements Little Green Man 1 and 2 and make our way to his first challenge achievement. This is 5 laps on the Pizza Planet track, which we need to come first place in for each lap to pop the achievement Little Green Man Challenge 2. After a quick race with Slinky, we now have 125 soldiers to unlock the achievement Soldier 6. As you can see, the game is quite grindy. I was actually surprised by the amount of content this game has to offer, and we still have a ton left to do. We've got some extra characters to unlock, more puzzles to complete, and then we have the awful RNG smash achievements in just a little bit. For now, let's grab Slinky Dog Challenge 2. For this one, we just needed to knock out 5 or more in the level Dinner is in the Dog. With only 7 CPUs on the map, we can only mess up on 2 of them. We get lucky and only 1 CPU was knocked out before we took out 5, grabbing the achievement. We grab Slinky Dog 4 and Mr. Potato Head 3, and now it's time for everybody's favourite Toy Story character, Rocky Gibraltar. Yeah, I've no fucking idea who this guy is. He appears in the film for like 30 seconds, but they still made him a playable character. And the worst thing about him, he has the worst achievement in this entire set that sent us crazy for a few days. For now, let's work on unlocking him. It's just a simple tag challenge with RC, and after tagging all 5 Rocky Gibraltars, we get the achievement Rocky Gibraltar. I really like saying his full name. So in the films, he didn't speak one word, but here is the voice that they decided to give him in the game.
And in this corner, Rocky!
We grab Little Green Man 3 for completing 8 levels, and then use Rocky Gibraltar for the first time, and his first level comes with a challenge. For getting at least 29 points on the Muscle Cup race tournament, we can earn the achievement Rocky Gibraltar Challenge 1. I'm feeling another slide puzzle, so let's quickly grab some achievements. We unlock Rocky Gibraltar 1 and 2, Mr. Potato Head 4, Soldier 7 for now having 150 soldiers collected. And to unlock the next achievement, Matt pulled off a very cool trick on the mall track, and this was the final surprise for this track that I mentioned before. If you can get a boost just before the fountain, you can soar over to the other side of the level to get way ahead of all the other racers. And by doing this, we pop the achievement Rocky Gibraltar 3 before moving on to Hamm's last level. For Hamm's last level, we have a survival race challenge on the mall track. We need to win the race and avoid being smashed. This was an absolute bloodbath, with a bunch of CPUs being taken out on just the first lap. And on the second lap, we actually got taken out by an electroshock. Another attempt later though, we won the race, popping the achievement Hamm 5 for finishing all of Hamm's levels. And you know what that means? It's puzzle time, baby. I'm sure this one won't be too bad. Oh god. For this one, it was the blinds in the background that kept throwing me off. There's no way kids back in the day did this. For this slide puzzle, it took me 21 whole minutes, but I finished it to unlock the achievement Hamm Puzzle. I needed a rest after that, so I passed the controller back over to Matt to play for a while. Turns out that wouldn't be for too long, as this was Rex's last level. A 2-lap super survival race on the Pizza Planet track. By the final lap, everyone had been knocked out except for Mr. Potato Head. Right at the end, Potato Head was about to win until a last second clutch item box popped up, which gave us a big spinning top to knock him out almost on the finish line. Crazy. Rex 6 popped up, and now it's time for another slide puzzle. It's always the background that throws me off with these puzzles, and I kept getting one part of Buzz separated from the rest. In total, this puzzle took me 13 minutes to complete, to pop the achievement Rex Puzzle. Alright, now it's rest time, right? What do you mean there's another final level? Yep, by this point, a lot of the challenges were already completed, and it's already time for Little Green Man's final level. This was a survival race on the Pizza Planet track. It was 4 laps with a timer. Spamming a lot of items to begin with cleared the roster quite a bit. Just 2 laps in, and there were only 2 racers left alive. But Little Green Man takes no survivors, and he killed everyone. Lotso's got nothing on this guy. For winning, we get the achievement Little Green Man 4 for completing all of his levels. And now it's time for the puzzle puzzle. And honestly, screw this one. Look at it. They all just blend in together, and the back row of aliens gave me the most trouble. This one took 27 minutes for me to finish. But by the end, we popped the achievement, Little Green Man puzzle. Up next was a countdown race challenge. 5 tracks where we had to race quickly to reach the next round with RC. The time we have left after a completed lap continues to the next race. This one was pretty fun, as it's just one lap on some now super familiar tracks, and it suddenly reminded me of an RC toy that I used to have when I was a little kid. I don't know why it's only just popped into my head, but we finally got the achievement RC6 for finishing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another final mission? Yeah, I didn't notice this. So after Matt finished it, he was just looking at me with the controller in his hand being passed over. This one looked pretty crazy when it first popped up, but I'm proud to say it only took 6 minutes to finish. And me and Matt just kind of looked at each other in disbelief. I'm getting a lot better at these slide puzzles. The achievement RC puzzle popped. Okay, now I actually do get a break. While doing the next Rocky Gibraltar achievement, Matt got an absolutely insane rocket kill. Look at this. The distance that it traveled to hit, that should have been an achievement itself. And speaking of which, it popped the Rocky Gibraltar 4 achievement. Playing as Mr. Potato Head, we get Mr. Potato Head 5 and take on the challenge level Fast Hash Brown. What a name. For this one, we just need to come first on each lap in the race tournament to pop the achievement Mr. Potato Head Challenge 3. This next Slinky level was kind of annoying. It was a target challenge to hit the dartboards, but they were all super far away from each other. After a few attempts, Matt got it done, which completed 16 levels with Slinky, popping Slinky Dog 5 and Soldier 8, for now having 175 soldiers collected. With only 25 soldiers left to get, you would think there were no more characters to unlock, but we actually have 2 more to go, including the absolute Chad Lenny. This was a tag challenge on the snowy track. We chased down all 7 Lennys to unlock him as a character and the achievement Lenny. Weird thing about Lenny, he actually did talk in the movie, but he doesn't have any voice lines here, just noises. We grabbed the first achievement with him, Lenny 1, and after doing a 7-map 2-lap tournament with him, we jump into a Rocky Gibraltar challenge to unlock the actual final character of this game, Babyface. And oh my god, how did this creepy thing make it into a kid's film? A babyface on a spider-like body is enough to give anyone nightmares. Luckily, this is just a simple race of 5 laps, and with it being on the pier, we can take the shortcut to get ahead of all the babies, to unlock the achievement and character, Babyface. Let's wrap up Mr. Potato Head's levels with the final one being a survival race challenge. The amount of speed we picked up during the race after learning where all the boosters are almost sent us above the track, but we won, getting the achievement Mr. Potato Head 6 for finishing all of his levels, and now it's time for the puzzle. After only 7 minutes, I had this one down. The hardest part was Mr. Potato Head's arm that he was holding. The achievement Mr. Potato Head puzzle had been unlocked. We also unlocked Lenny 2, Babyface 1 and 2 for playing as Babyface for the first time, and took on Rocky Gibraltar's final level. This was a survival race. With just 11 seconds left and 1 CPU remaining, we managed to win the challenge, popping the achievement Rocky Gibraltar 5, finishing up all of his levels to take on his slide puzzle. This one had a lot of yellow on it, and I feel like I could have finished it a lot faster, but I kept messing up. Still though, 6 minutes is my new personal best, popping the Rocky Gibraltar puzzle achievement. Up next is Woody's Dream, a super survival race against a bunch of Bo Peeps in Andy's house, and he starts it off with the line that he probably gives Bo Peep every single night.
Saddle up and let's hit it!
This is a big race, as it's Jeff Keighley's final challenge. We actually failed it a couple of times due to the sheer amount of Bo Peeps and items being thrown around, but in the end, we unlocked the achievement Woody 6 and moved on to Woody's puzzle. Woody looks how I feel with all these puzzles, but I locked in and got this one done in about 8 minutes to pop the achievement. Slinky's final challenge was a reversal race, and his puzzle only took 10 minutes, getting 2 more achievements, Slinky Dog 6 and Slinky Dog Puzzle. Up next was a huge challenge with Babyface, another 11-track race tournament. Super fun with it only being 1 lap each, and for coming first and getting 88 points, we got the achievement Babyface Challenge 3. This next level has a really sus name, Bo Peeping Tom. You telling me they couldn't think of anything else for this? I love it. For coming first in each lap, we pop the Lenny Challenge 2 achievement, and finish up the rest of the levels to get Lenny 3. We also finish up Buzz Lightyear's and Babyface's levels to get Buzz Lightyear 6 and Babyface 3. And with that, we now have all 200 soldiers in the entire game. To grab the achievement, Soldier 9. The soldiers may be finished, but now it's time to lock in, as this is where the real challenge begins. It's taken us 8 hours and 52 minutes so far, but we still have 23 achievements to go. Some challenges, the last couple of puzzles, and then the dreaded RNG smash achievements. Let's do this. First, we have 3 challenges with Rex. Challenge 1 is to finish each lap in first place on Tyrannosaurus Trophy. Challenge 2 is to knock out 5 or more in Game Over Rex. And challenge 3, we get the achievement for completing the level with 20 or more seconds left in parking or darting. We have Mr. Potato Head's challenge 3 for knocking out 11 or more CPUs in Don't Become a Baked Potato. Alright, let's cover the first insane challenge of this set. Up to now, this has been a super chill playthrough. There's been a lot of races and smash challenges which had some difficulty to them, but nothing could prepare us for this. I've not really covered the Battle Arena maps yet, as I knew we were coming to this. And here is the worst Battle Arena map in the game. Welcome to the cinema, bitches. A battle map that has a small part in front of the cinema screen. It goes up on both sides to a small upper part, and that's about it. You can go through the center if you want to skip across the map, but this map is tiny. This is a problem, as right now, Matt is trying to get the achievement Rocky Gibraltar Challenge 2, where you have to knock out every single CPU. So, why is this so hard? Because it's all dependent on RNG. Remember, this is a free-for-all. All it takes is for one of the CPUs to take out another, and you have to instantly restart. It matters where you spawn, what items you get, and how fast you can get them. How fast and what items the CPUs get. The item boxes randomly spawn in and out in front of you. You have to avoid all the projectiles, especially the big spinning tops, because they take their set paths and they can even knock out you or another racer. The size of the map also matters. Every time someone just picks up an item and uses it right away, they kill someone instantly. It's all RNG. This was our first attempt at the achievement. Up to now, we have played the game for 2 days straight to get to this point. So when we got here, you can imagine how mad we were. I actually considered never going back to the cinema just out of anger at this achievement. For now, it was too difficult. So we agreed to unlock the rest of the easy achievements in the game and leave the final 6 RNG achievements for the very end. Next, we did Lenny Challenge 1 for completing the level with 10 or more seconds left in 10-pin target. A little tricky, but really easy after finding out where all the dartboards are. Hamm Challenge 1 for knocking out 5 or more in Skating Bacon. Hamm Challenge 2 for completing the level with 4 or more seconds left in a collection of parking tickets. Babyface Challenge 1 for completing the level with 12 or more seconds left in Target Dolly. A tricky one with RC for completing the level with 6 or more seconds left in Sail to pop RC Challenge 2. We're getting some more Battle Arena practice with Buzz Lightyear Challenge 3 for knocking out 12 or more in Battling with Style. Little Green Man Challenge 1 for completing the level with 12 or more seconds left in Hoarding the Billboard. Peep had 2 challenges for us to do. We had to complete Bowling Pin Pickup with 6 seconds left or more, and knock out 5 or more in Bowling Down the Competition to pop Peep Challenges 1 and 2. Slinky Dog Challenge 3 for completing the level with 20 or more seconds left in Walk in the Park. And then 3 whole slide puzzles back to back to back. Lenny's puzzle took about 6 minutes to do. Ironically, Lenny was the easiest thing about this puzzle. It was Peep's dress again that kept making me mess up. Babyface's took 11 minutes. I think I just got lucky with this one, as the carpet, the drawers in the back, and its legs just kept throwing me off. But I spammed the movement and it just happened to work out. The final puzzle, which was Buzzy's, took just 3 minutes. A new personal best, and it's the best picture because he's Mrs. Nesbit. Altogether, it took 133 minutes to do all of the slide puzzles, making it around 2 hours and 21 minutes. Meaning, in the time it took me to do all the slide puzzles, you could watch any of the Toy Story films all the way through, and I would still be doing them. Finally, we are down to the last 6 achievements of the entire set, and they are all RNG based. I spent an entire 2 hours just on my own one day, having another go at the Rocky Gibraltar Challenge in the cinema. This had become such a hassle for us to attempt, and it was all I could think about for days. Unfortunately, I just couldn't do it, so I gave it a rest for the day. The next day, Matt was free to give it another go. About 30 minutes into his attempt, I got so quiet. I couldn't move, I was just still, watching him do what could be the final attempt on this achievement after days of trying. You could hear a pin drop, and I was so scared. The more CPUs you can take out, the easier it gets. The first kill that he got was on Little Green Man. He was taken out by a rocket. He then threw 2 big spinning tops, taking taking out both RC and Woody. At first I thought the other CPU got took out by a different CPU, but I couldn't move or speak. I was so focused on watching the game. After using an electroshock on Rex, there was only 3 CPUs left. He shot a rocket to take out Lenny and took out Peep with a magic 8-ball. And now it was just Slinky the Dog left. And Matt had picked up an electroshock. Everything was in slow motion as he got all the way up to Slinky. He used it and the achievement popped. We both screamed the house down. After days of attempts, the first RNG achievement had been unlocked. Absolutely crazy. I think we must have done way over 100 attempts on this one challenge. Feeling confident, Matt jumped into the next achievement. On Wild Wild Woody, we needed to knock out 22 or more CPUs. Remember, Matt did almost get this on his first try when he got 21 knockouts. For 35 whole minutes, I watched Matt give the achievement multiple goes. The problem with this one was the maps. The first one was the bowling alley, which he would normally get about 5 and sometimes even all 6 CPUs knocked out. Pizza Planet was similar, with 5 or 6 knockouts, but then came the final 3 maps. An ice rink with the most disgusting ice physics I've ever seen in a video game. I can't even attempt this challenge because I just can't control the kart at all. The ice rink on a good attempt would probably bring in about 3 knockouts at best. Next up, you know it and we hate it, the cinema. Why put the cinema in this rotation? That's just wrong. Cinema again is just all RNG. If you get about 2 or 3 knockouts, you count it as a win on the cinema. It normally means by this point, Matt would need about 3 or 4 more knockouts on the final map. Here, he needed 3, and the CPUs were not giving him any help in the slightest. Right at the end, he had an electroshock and 2 kills, and managed to hit Lenny before he got hit, popping the achievement Woody Challenge 2. Finally. It's insane how this game went from a super chill playthrough to us hoping that the universe would just throw us a bone. Up next was a challenge with Lenny. We needed 24 knockouts here, 5 maps with 7 CPUs each. Somehow the maps were even worse here. It starts off with Pizza Planet, but after that we have Cinema, Bowling Alley, Ice Rink, and then the smallest battle arena in the game, the basketball court. On the basketball court, you can breathe and get hit. Matt got 5 on Pizza Planet, an absolutely insane 6 knockouts on Cinema, 6 on the Bowling Alley, and then somehow 6 on Ice Rink, which I didn't think was possible. And now it was time for basketball court. He just needs 1 knockout here to get the achievement, and he's got it. Yes. All right, let's try and break the record this time. Oh, never mind. The achievement Lenny Challenge 3 popped, but geez, they were not letting him get any more knockouts there. Next up was a babyface challenge on the level Put Your Brave Face On. Here, we needed 24 knockouts or more to earn the achievement. The challenge starts off on the basketball court, right into the cinema, a nice easy Pizza Planet and bowling alley, but ends on the ice rink. And sometimes, this is just how RNG goes, because I sat there and watched Matt get this on his very first try. He didn't even break a sweat, and the achievement Babyface Challenge 2 unlocked. 2 more Chiefs to go. Claw through to victory, we needed 22 knockouts across 4 maps with 7 CPUs. After a few failed attempts that got ended by an electroshock, a static 8-ball, a big spinning top, and another electroshock, Matt managed to get 6 kills on the final cinema map to earn 23 knockouts to pop the Little Green Man Challenge 3 achievement. Of course, our final achievement has to be earned with the one and only Rocky Gibraltar. It's been a long road, 125 achievements. One of the longest playthroughs on the channel so far, and here we are at the final challenge. It will be tough to win this, Rocky. I feel like this level sums up the entire playthrough. 22 knockouts needed over 4 maps. I think the RNG gods felt bad for us, as I watched Matt fly through these battle arenas getting high knockout counts on each map up until the final one, the bowling alley. 22 hours of playing this game across an entire week had led up to this moment. All the races, knockouts, collecting soldiers, unlocking characters, and finishing puzzles got us right here. The final CPU being good old Jeff Keighley himself. And with a final electroshock, the final achievement popped. Rocky Gibraltar Challenge 3. And with that, Toy Story Racer for the PlayStation 1 has finally been mastered. If you want to see what game is going to be mastered next, all you have to do is subscribe. Thanks for watching.